For number 4, two particles A and B have masses 0.3 kilograms and 0.1 kilograms respectively. The particles are attached to the ends of a light inextensible string. The string passes over a fixed smooth pulley, and the particles hang vertically below the pulley. Both particles are initially at a height of x meters above horizontal ground. The system is released from rest. Find the tension in the string and the acceleration of the particles. So since A is heavier than B, so the systems are going to this way. We break down into the components individually. For A, we have weight and the tension. For B, tension. This is weight for B. Okay. We break down into individual component. For particle A, we use sigma F equals to ma. Since A is going downward, any forces parallel to the motion must be positive. We have 0.3 times 10 minus the tension equals 0.3 times A. And then 3 minus T equals 0.38. For B, sigma F equals to ma. Any forces parallel to the motion is positive. So for B is T minus 0.1 times 10 equals 0.1 A. T minus 1 equals 0.1 A. We can make A as a subject. We get 10T minus 10. Substitute this equation into the first equation. 3 minus T equals 0.3 times 10T minus 10. 3 minus T, 3T minus 3. So 4T equals to 6, therefore T equals 1.5 Newton. How about A? A is 10 times 1.5 minus 10, which is 5 meter per second square. During the subsequent motion, B doesn't reach the pulley. When A reaches the ground, it comes to rest. Given that the greatest height of B above the ground is 1.2 meters, find the value of x. First step, we need to find the speed of both particles when A hits the ground. V square equal U square plus 2AS. U is 0, start from rest. A is 5, S is X. Because when A reaches the ground, B move X upwards. Okay, so this is the speed when B moves X meter. Okay, and then after A reaches the ground, B still moves upward with the acceleration is against the gravity. Let's say this is H. Okay, to find H, we use this equation with V equals to 0. U is 10x plus 2 times negative 10h. We resolve this and then we get S equal half x. Sorry, h. Okay, as we know that B, the height of B, the greatest height of B above the ground is 1.2. We use this fact, 1.2 equal x plus half x. Okay, this is x, this one x, and the last one is half x. And then we get x equal 0.48. For number 5, three particles P, Q, and R of masses 0.6, 0.4, and 0.8 kilograms respectively are at rest in the straight line on a smooth horizontal plane. So there are no frictions. The distance from P to Q is 3 meters, and the distance from Q to R is also 3 meters. P is projected directly towards Q with speed 3 meters per second. After P and Q collide, P continues to move in the same direction with speed 1.5. Okay, so this is the speed of P after the collision. Okay. Part A, find the speed of Q after the collision. Okay, we can use conservation of momentum. Total momentum before collision equal total momentum after collision. Let me rewrite the equation. Okay, mass of P is 0.6, the speed is 3. Since particle Q is at rest, we use the fact the momentum of Q before collision is 0. Okay, 0.6 times 1.5 plus 0.4 times VQ. We resolve this, and then we get VQ is 2.25 meter per second. In the subsequent collision between Q and R, these particles coalesce. Coalesce means after the collision, the particles are stick together. Okay, now find the speed of the combined particle after this collision. Same method. Now we use a particle Q and R. Now, since after the collision they collapse, we can combine the mass Q and R to find the speed after the collision. And Q is 0.4 times 2.25, and then momentum of R before collision is 0. And then 0.4 plus 0.8 V. 0.9 plus 1.2 V. So V is 0.75 meter per second. Okay, the last part. Nah, find the time that it takes from when P is initially projected until the instant at which P collides with the combined particle. Okay, when P start projected, the speed is 6. Okay, so we can find the time taken for P to reach Q. S equals to ut. Okay, since there is no friction, the speed is constant. S is 3. Okay, speed of Q before collision is 3 t. So the time taken for P to reach Q is 1 second. After that, okay, find the time taken for Q to reach R. .25 t, so t is 4/3 seconds. Okay. When Q reach R, okay, we find the distance traveled by P after the first collision. Okay, we input this time into the equation of P. Okay, 1.5 times 4 over 3, which is 2 meters. This is the position P. This is 2 meters. When Q reach R. Okay, next, since the speed of P still 3 meter per second, meanwhile the speed of the coalesced particle is 0.75, okay, which is the speed of Q and R is smaller than the P. So there is another collision in here. Use this fact to find this is the distance P, and this one is distance Q and R. This is 1 meter. So SP equal SQR plus 1. SP is 3T, SQR is 0.75T plus 1, and then we get T equals 4 over 3 seconds. And the total time is 1 plus 4 over 3 plus 4 over 3, which is 11 over 3 seconds.